Agenda, SHAC Committee regular meetings. SHAC Committee regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of Venus Independent School District is being held on Wednesday, September 11th, 2024, beginning at 5 p.m. in the boardroom at 100 Student Drive, Venus, Texas. The subjects to be discussed are considered or upon which any formal action may be taken are listed below. Items do not have to be taken in the same order or shown in this here meeting. I have to announce to you guys, I'm going to go ahead and call an order announcement that we do have a quorum. There's no guests at this here time, and I do not have anyone with open comments, so I'll go past that. Okay, SHAC Committee responsibility requirements, just for us to look at the student health activities that we do here and make recommendations to the school board to adopt different programs. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, since this I'm going to go ahead and move to the action items. The action items I'm going to discuss today deals with Executive Order GA07, signed by Governor Abbott. It requires all schools to have a safe reporting system to allow students, staff, and families to report suspicious activities. After conducting thorough research, I found that TEA has an iWatch program, and also I found another program called Say Something that Alvarado ISD and a few school districts utilize. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and show the board members what we have on the screen so they're aware of it. I'm going to just put my stuff over here. Okay, if the board members want to take a look up at the top there, the first thing I pulled up for you guys is the iWatch Texas. Okay, the iWatch Texas, this is free to all school districts. It's real simple here. Students will log on to this here on their computer, or they can log on using their iPhone or Android phone. Like say for instance here, if it's a school related activity, they'll click yes. If it's not a school, they'll click no, and you'll see here, it'll automatically populate. It'll take you to here. From here, we have to pull up our school's name, and you'll see as I scroll down, I'll type in Venus. How about that? You see Venus ISD is already loaded. The governor has mandated that all schools be loaded into this system. You'll see Venus Elementary, Venus High School, the district, Venus Middle School, and Venus Primary School. We'll say if a student has something just to do with general in the district, a parent is reporting it, they will click Venus ISD. They'll hit report, and as you can see, it says, please select at least one activity. It goes from anger issues, animal cruelty, assault, bullying, theft, threats, vandalism, weapons, school attack, or whatever. It has pretty much everything listed on there. We'll say, I want to report a bullying incident. I'll go ahead and check bullying. I'll hit next. It'll ask me for my name. These are optional, okay? These are optional. It can be reported anonymously. We'll say I want to report this anonymously and I don't want to put my name there. I'll go ahead and click next. From there, it'll ask me for the date. It'll ask me whether it used to express on social media. I'm gonna hit yes. What was the social media used? I'm gonna say it was on Snapchat, because kids love Snapchat nowadays. As you can see here, guys, it has every type of social media listed, whether it's TikTok, I don't even know what Gab is, but it has every type of thing listed on there. We'll say with Snapchat. It's going to ask me, have I already contacted law enforcement agency? I'm going to go ahead and put unknown. It can say yes, no, unknown. I'll go ahead and click there. It asks me the location of the activity. I want them to know my location. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. So I'm going to hit use my current location. It's going to ask me to describe what happened. I'm just going to type in there, someone took my McNuggets. From there, I'll hit next. any attachments I have, like say for instance here I have attachments from a cell phone, whether it's a text message strand, pictures, screenshots of social media. They can upload them at that time. We'll hit next. The person reporting. From here, I have to hit submit. But on this one here, I'm not going to hit submit. I'm going to go ahead and just go backwards on this here. If once I hit submit, it'll go ahead and hit submit. Now, here's the beauty of iWatch Texas. It notifies something called fusion centers. Fusion centers, what they are, they're manned 24/7. It's a higher level of law enforcement. What fusion centers do, they screen that, whether it's credible or not. They'll take that threat and they automatically notify local law enforcement agencies. Okay, this is what's occurring. So-and-so is going to shoot a school up in Venus. They'll notify the law enforcement in Venus. They'll also notify all the local law enforcements, because if a kid's a threat here in Venus, they're also probably a threat in Alvarado, Midlothian, just in the surrounding area. And they will also they'll also notify the superintendent, myself, and whatever campus administrators at the same time that that's occurring. So this is one system that we can utilize to report anonymously just different tips on different crimes, different bullying situations, arson. The system, I'm going to go ahead and close that down. Now, Alvarado uses something called Say Something. Okay, Say Something. I'm going to go in and click on it right here. It's not going to allow me to go through it quite a bit, but this is what Say Something allows. It allows us to act immediately and take threats seriously. It also helps us report anonymously. This is something that we utilize, that's utilized for free also. It's funded by the Sandy Hook Promise. One is funded by the state of Texas. iWatch is funded by the governor because he said, hey, we have to have something. Sandy Hook Promises, they fund the Say Something. It kind of reports the same way, except it doesn't report the fusion centers. It reports to local law enforcement agencies. Whereas the difference is iWatch, it goes to fusion centers. So if it's a big threat, FBI might get that threat because it's going to a fusion center. There's no telling where that thing is going to. Now, one thing about the iWatch program, like say if Howard Gatewood is constantly on there for reports several times, they keep a chronological history of, okay, Howard Gatewood is on there 5, 6, 7 times. So law enforcement may show up to my doorstep and start asking my parents deeper questions. Do you have guns in the house? Does Howard have access to those guns? We received 5 threats. They were not substantiated, but we received 5 of them. They let them know that, hey, we're now tracking you. They keep a running record of what is occurring with Howard. This is addressed. This is who we talked to in this time and date. This is what the investigation yielded from that report. That's a little bit different because they actually track those and report them to fusion centers. That's a higher level of law enforcement. And I think your husband, he's probably going to know what a fusion center is a little bit. He's probably going to know what a fusion center is. But those are the 2 different things. Right now, I'm going to show you what we have here. Do you guys know what we utilize here in Venus? Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, this is why I'm bringing this to your attention. Because number one, we're required to have one, but I'm going to go ahead and just pull up what we have here in Venus. And right now, parents have to go to the district information. Then they have to scroll down, find something, parents and students, tip line. And it goes to a Google form. As you guys can see, what is missing on here? Law enforcement doesn't get notified, anything. That Google, it's just a Google form. So what if one of the principals aren't checking their Google email? Doesn't get that. Whereas the other ones, Say Something, I watch that threat comes in 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm going to get that alert. They're going to call. Law enforcement's going to get that alert, and we're on top of it, even before students and staff start showing up to school. So I think, don't get me wrong, we're meeting the letter of the law, what the governor said, but I just view this here. I'm not trying to sway you guys' opinion. I'm just trying to view you guys. This doesn't look that effective to me, that to next step level. And you know, in light of the incidents that's happening down in Georgia, I think we need to just step it up a lot more than what we're doing. And I'll show you what Alvarado looks like. Like say, for instance, here, if I as a student, I'm just using them as an example. That's one of the websites that I looked at. Okay, I'm on their home page. Parents right on there. And here we are. I go over to resources, say something anonymous tip. Boom. This is how say something anonymous tips would look. If a parent, if we adopted it here in Venus's house would look, they would just type in the school name, description of what happened. Over here, what is the threat? Is it anger issues? Pretty much the same list that goes all the way down. This person, are you the victor, offender, or is it you? It asks all kind of names. This can be anonymous, and you hit submit. You can upload different documents. I'll pull up what over in Red Oak what they use. Okay, shotgun, I don't see there. Stop it, but I'll go ahead and Google it. I'll Google it. Let's go. Let's look it up. Let me see. Here we are. Here's your Stop It app. We'll say if it's at Red Oak High School, they'll go ahead and select that there. Again, very similar. It's going to ask the same thing. What type? If you're reporting abuse, anger issues, and so on. Pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. All right, the reason for this here, I wanted you guys to see that. If you guys are okay with reporting the way we're reporting right now using Google Forms, we could say, okay, we don't need to take that recommendation to the board or anything. Don't take another recommendation. We just stick with what we have right now, or you could recommend that we do something else. Yes, ma'am. Just go ahead and.
I I think we need to I think we need to recommend one of those. Yeah. Either iWatch or Say Something, probably. I don't know which. Because they both, I mean, they both look pretty easy.
Yeah, I like the I Watch It. It looked pretty good too. And the Say Something. Either one. Anything's better than what we have now, I think. say like the iWatch and the other is reported to local law enforcement, is that the ISD police or the city police or both?
Both, ma'am. They report to both of them. Not just the ISD police. You're talking about they're going to report to the local Police Department, to the local Alvarado, Midlothian, also surrounding. And iWatch goes a step further. They report to like the area level and the state level. And depending on the threat, it may be even an FBI situation. It all depends upon what the person's saying that's going to occur at the school.
Yeah, I think the iWatch would be good. And I feel like if it's easily accessible on the, like just based on those two examples alone, it was kind of hard to find it.
Yes, ma'am.
There needs to be like an icon.
Like maybe a
right
button,
here.
like right in the middle.
Right on the ISD page. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am, and I do agree with that. It should be easily accessible to our parents and students,
Yeah.
or staff members too. A staff
Yeah.
member may see something. Let me go ahead and report that right away.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so yes, ma'am. So I'll go ahead and take you guys' recommendation, and I do have a presentation, a conference call with Say Something on Monday at 11:30. Dr. Torres is jump on there with me, and I will take one of these here to the board, and it's totally up to them what they adopt. But I do think we need to do something a little bit different than the just situation we have right now, which is a Google form. Not saying it's bad. We're meeting the letter of the law, but if it's 2, 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
I don't know if the principals are watching.
Right.
Yeah, I
That
think
Google.
more eyes that see it, the better than just, in hopes that somebody's checking their email or whatever. So.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, is there any any other thing you guys want to bring up?
I don't think so.
Okay, meeting is adjourned. Time now is 5:22 p.m. Thank you.